This is Amplifyou, the podcast about you discovering your message and broadcasting it to the world. If you're a coach, author, or speaker, you'll want to tune in. If you're looking for the best return on your time investment to get your message out to the world in a bigger way, we're giving you full access and behind the scenes look of how we're running our podcast, how our clients have found success, and what you can do to launch your podcast today. The world needs your message. I'm Michelle Abraham, the host. Join my family as we unleash your unique genius and find the connections you need to launch your adventure today. Join us and let's get amplified. Hello, Amplifyou family. Michelle Abraham here. I am delighted to bring you an Ask the Expert interview today. Today, I'm so thrilled to have with me Tonia Decosimo. And Tonia is the founder of the P.O.W.E.R Women Network, Women of Excellence Network. She is the producer, the editor in charge, and the everything behind this magazine, which I was really happy to be a part of in the last issue, in the spring issue. And Tonia is just an author as well. She's written the book Single and Not Settling, which is really amazing. And I'm just thrilled to bring Tonia. She's got so many talents and it's got a wealth of information for us today. So Tonia, thank you so much for joining us today on Amplifyou.
Hi, Michelle. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And this is so cool. We met through Victoria Week not that long ago. And since getting to know you, I've just adore you. You do so many amazing things in this world. And so I'm thrilled to have you with us today. And it's been so much fun getting to know you and all the things that you're up to.
Thank you. You as well. You're amazing. You've helped me out quite a bit.
Well, thank you. That's awesome. The feeling is mutual then. So Tonia has Power Talk Radio, which is an amazing podcast that she's got. And one of the cool things about Tonia, I think, is that your show is very different than a lot of podcasts out there. A lot of podcasts out there are, mixing and mingling and interviewing other people that are, a similar kind of people, business owners and all that kind of stuff. You've gone right to the celebrities on your show. And I love that about you because I think that really has elevated your show quite a bit. So tell us a little bit about that. What inspired you to just go after and start interviewing celebrities?
Well, we interview celebrities, we interview icons, and I always say more important, everyday hardworking women like you and I. I wanted to start interviewing celebrities, like I said, as well as everyday women, because you know what? People that are celebrities, they started out like everyday women like you and I. So I wanted to hear their stories, how they got started, what inspired them. Did they always want, to be in showbiz or be famous? So I want to really get to know the person behind, as they say, the paperwork, and have them share their stories and inspire the everyday working woman.
I love that. What's been your most surprising outcome of an interview so far?
Oh boy, most surprising. Well, I have to say, Heather Dubrow she used to be on The Housewives, Dr. Terry Dubrow. He's got the show. Oh my God, I forgot the name of his show, where he does surgery on women.
Oh yeah.
And they also. Yeah. Heather Dubrow is amazing. She's got shoes and bags, and she basically did the interview from her closet, wow, which is like the size of my house. Mm-hmm. And she sat in her closet, which, I thought was basically like her living room or kitchen, it was huge. And she just amazed me that she has all this money, but she's very humble, and I like humble people. As much as she says she loves her shopping and loves spending money and this and that, she really is just a humble, down-to-earth person. And that's what I like about people, knowing that, they're successful, but they're also, humble.
I love that. You're getting to the real person behind the name that we all know, or, the person that's like the everyday woman behind that, which I love. I love that part of your show. I think that's really interesting, is you ask these incredible questions and you really get to know your guests on your show, which is really, really unique. Let's talk about your magazine and your book. So what inspired you to start the P.O.W.E.R? So first of all, P.O.W.E.R is actually, it's a P.O.W.E.R is a women's organization, right? So let's talk about the organization first. And then did the magazine come first or the organization?
The organization came first. So P.O.W.E.R stands for Professional Organization of Women of Excellence, or Women of Empowerment, recognized, has a dual meaning. And we feature on our website, on our organization, we feature, again, celebrities, icons, everyday hardworking women. We help them network, collaborate with like-minded professionals, gain exposure, recognition. Not that the celebrities need the exposure and recognition as much as the everyday hardworking women, but again, to inspire and empower women that, you never know who you're going to meet, what tomorrow going to bring, basically. Maybe today you're that everyday hardworking woman, and tomorrow you're that celebrity. You're somebody famous. So, I want women to share their stories of what inspired them. Also, we have a mentor section for people that want to mentor others, or people that, want to become a mentor. That feature people in the magazine. We also do webinars. Like you said, we do podcasts. It's just a whole host of products and services to help women get out there and hopefully get to the next level.
Yeah, it's amazing finding a group of other women like-minded that you can, always say like they're my business besties, where sometimes your everyday friends don't really understand when you're an entrepreneur or in business, what really that means, or what you're doing, or some of the things that you're up to, or what it takes. So it's nice to have those business besties and business friends that you can really count on. They know, they get it, they get what you're doing, and they got the similar kind of mindset as you as well.
Yeah. And, women today are balancing it all. So these women are working, they're, they have a family, and then with COVID, just hearing so many stories of what people went through and losing their jobs and trying to start over and trying to help women find something new, new careers. It's just been crazy times, and, we're there for people.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so did you guys used to meet in person before obviously we weren't able to do that anymore?
Well, I have done some interviews in person. I've actually interviewed Robin McGraw in person.
I saw that. It was amazing.
There and she's just incredible. She really is. Hearing her story, and her and Dr. Phil, and they've been married for, I think it's 25 years, and they really have a wonderful love story. And, I also did the pre-Oscars party at the Fig and Olive 2 years ago, interviewing a lot of fabulous people. So,
And I saw you at the Hamptons.
We all know that.
I love that.
Yeah, the Hamptons. Yeah. It's so much fun just being with people in person. And obviously because of COVID, that all changed. So this is second best, right? Yeah. Zoom and doing podcasts, which I love as well. But I do like that human connection.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get back to that again someday, because that's so much fun. Yeah. So what inspired you to start your network, your organization?
I have a degree in elementary education and English, and really I wanted to be a teacher. When I graduated college, there were really no teaching jobs. It was just a horrible time. And I wound up getting into sales and advertising and marketing. And then within 6 months, I became a manager of a company. And then 6 months after that, a general manager. And before you knew it, I was helping people build their companies, their team, their sales team, helping with advertising and marketing. And after doing that for I guess it was 15 years, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go out on my own. I worked for men. And again, I always say I love men because I do. My father was a man, and I worked for him a little bit when I was younger. Mm-hmm. And that was great. But I did come across some of my employers. And, I was told, oh, you're making too much money as a woman. You can't do it on your own type of thing. And that just annoyed me. And I wanted to go out and start my own business, mm-hmm. a network for women where they can feel like, you know what, we can do it on our own. We don't need necessarily a man behind us. And if you do, that's wonderful as well. But I just wanted a place where women can go collaborate and network with like-minded professionals.
I love that. And 10,000 members later, you're rocking and rolling at that. That's really impressive and so inspiring too. So just so we can, while we're on this subject, if our listeners are like, oh, I would love to find out more about this organization, how can they find out more about it?
Sure. Go to P.O.W.E.R. So P.O.W.E.R, like Power Women of Excellence, PowerWoe.com. And you could press join now. And we'll send you some information. You can call us, email me, Tonia at PowerWoe.com. I'd love to hear from you. We're having an awards gala in October, which is exciting. Wow. We're going to honor about 13 women. Mm-hmm. So we're really excited about that. That's in New York on Long Island. And, we're always thinking of new things to do. And we love hearing from people and, helping us think of new ideas as well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I love that you guys are doing, you're really celebrating women. So you're honoring them. You're celebrating the Woman of the Year. You're celebrating Mentor of the Year. Like, I think those are the really great mm-hmm. things that oftentimes women, we brush past and we are like, on to like, what's the next goal? What's the next goal? And we forget to take that time to celebrate. And I think you've done a really great job with your organization of really celebrating women and celebrating those milestones.
The hardest part is there's so many women mm-hmm. that deserve honors and awards. And let's face it, it's difficult to give one to everyone, so.
Yeah, it would be the toughest part of the job is trying to pick the winner, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's talk about your book. So Single and Not Settling. Tell us a little bit about this book. I love the title of it.
Boy. So Single and Not Settling, a journey of surviving the dating world. I got married when I was 44. So for some, that's considered, later in life. I had 3 marriage proposals before that. And I just wasn't finding the right person. And, going out there and dating is not easy. Even when you're going on dating sites, it's just not easy finding the right person. Excuse me. And I really wanted to help people out, share my story, give advice, do's and don'ts, and just let them know, hey, I know what you're going through. It's not easy. Don't settle. But also, you have to give people a chance. Mm-hmm. You always hear people say, I'm not settling. But nobody's perfect, and you do have to give somebody a chance. Sometimes you hear stories of people that they're like, oh, I'll never go out with that person. They go out with them, and then that's it. They wind up marrying them, So I feel that you never know.
It's true. You never know. I know I was stuck in that dating spiral, especially online dating, when I was dating, and it was like, guy after guy of like, not quite right. It wasn't quite right. But, I was having a lot of fun, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop this and focus on myself because I'm like, I'm done with the dating. It's taking up too much time in my life. And when I stopped and focused on myself, that's actually when I met my husband. So, it's funny how, taking that time away from it, sometimes stepping back and just, had I been in the midst of it, I probably wouldn't have dated my husband because he wasn't that type of person. Like you just said, like he wasn't that person that I was typically dating. And so it wasn't until I took a step back and I was like, I appreciated him. Oh my gosh. After dating so many let's just put it out loud, jerks out there. I appreciated how nice and kind he was, or I probably wouldn't have appreciated that earlier. It's so funny how that kind of lines up, right? And so tell us a little bit about
and
your
everybody
story.
Everybody talks about their type, you know, oh, he's not my type, she's not my type.
Yeah.
But it's like, what is your type? You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody thinks they have that type. Well, my husband wasn't, you know, he's tall, blonde, blue eyes. You know, I used to kind of go after the Italian, the dark hair, dark eyes type of guy, you know. And to be honest, my husband was going to kill me, but when I first met him, I was like, nah, again, he's not my type. I don't really like him. And we met with a group of people, and then we went out on a first date, and we wound up, they had to kick us out of the restaurant, literally. I mean, we wound up closing the place. It was like 12 o'clock at night. And then that was it. We were, you know, engaged within 6 months. But you hear so many different stories. You know, people fall in love at first sight, and then they're divorced within a year, you know, so you just never know. You never know.
Yeah, it's true. And like you said, you got to give people a chance to. Like my husband is one of my best friends, brother's friend. So at first, of course, that was like a no go. Okay. Not going there. No, he's the little brother's friend. But you know what? You know, gave him a chance, and like, oh gosh, so thankful for that, right? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome when you do find someone, and to not settle, you know, and just because you're getting older than the typical marriage, you know, I'm seeing all these people get married and getting divorced like faster than they had time to even really date. So it's like, you know, waiting until you're a little bit older is not a bad thing, or it's not, you know, it's not like, you know, I remember I felt like all my friends were going off and marrying me and leaving me behind, but they were all going off and coupling off, and then all of a sudden they were all single again, and I was the one going off and getting married.
All single again.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing too. You know, you could think that you found the right person, and then you marry them, you live with them for a few years, and then you find out they weren't the right person after all. You know, so.
Yeah, that's right. You never would, you know, and got to take those chances sometimes. That's awesome. Yes. So what's coming down the road? You've got an exciting award ceremony coming up in October here. What are some things that you look for in your magazine for, it comes out quarterly, right? So it comes out quarterly during the year.
Yes. Quarterly magazine. We're just always looking for inspiring, empowering women. You know, like as you can see, we have Giada on the cover of that one. She is a celebrity chef, cook. She's just beautiful inside and out. You know, we've had Olivia Newton-John on the cover, Gloria Gaynor on the cover. So we have people in all different industries, from music to cooking to fitness. We've had Holly Perkins, celebrity trainer. We've had Erin Opry, a celebrity trainer. I mean, it's just women in all different fields and industries. We've had models. Podcast. Look, we've had you, Michelle. I mean, you know, just you know, just women who we learn from. And I've learned so much from you, Victoria Wick. She's on our next cover.
There's my cover right there.
There you are, Michelle. Yay.
For those of you that can't see the video right now, I'm holding up my little article, and here was amazing. Thank you so much for that honor. Truly is an honor to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's nice to see people being recognized, you know?
Yeah, I think that's such a great, what a great position you're in to be able to recognize people and celebrate women and bring women together in an organization. And I think that women gathering is like so important and so essential to our success these days. I'm curious now, you have your list of people that you connected with and you are around, and people you've had in your magazine and in your events and everything, you know, is huge. How do you go about and start connecting with these people, whether they be other everyday women or or the celebrities, no matter who it is, how do you connect with them and how do you build those relationships? Because I think your business has been built hugely on relationships. And I think that's such an important skill that I'd love to get your knowledge on.
Right. So it's really all different ways. It's through nominations, referrals. People fill out our application. We do send out invitations to people. Are you interested in networking with other women? Also, again, women that have inspired me, whether it's a celebrity or just somebody that's helped me out in business. I mean, again, look how you and I met. We met through Victoria. I met Victoria through someone. So it's all about connection building. And that's what our network is about, connecting with other women. I wanted to feature Susan Lucci on my cover. Now, I love Susan Lucci. I mean, I grew up watching All My Children. Not only that, she lived in the next town from me. And I was her waitress at Swenson's ice cream parlor. I always, I tease her about that. And, and now I have her on the cover of my magazine. It's crazy. I featured Bonnie Pointer from the Pointer Sisters. I mean, I listened to their music. I'm like, oh my God, what better person to have on my cover than Bonnie Pointer? I'm so excited. Everybody loves that song. And I was able to feature her, and she did pass on. But I was fortunate enough to feature her, to meet her in person and, sit down and have lunch with her and Anita Pointer. And as we're having lunch, P.O.W.E.R walks in.
Wow.
So, now P.O.W.E.R, I want her on my cover. So, it's just, again, you just never know who you're going to run into. And it's so important just to talk to everyone. My husband used to say, oh, you talk too much. You talk to everyone. Well, you know what? I like to learn about people. I want to know how they got to where they are today, so.
Yeah. It's an interesting skill too, because if you're talking to people and you're asking them a lot of questions, makes them really feel special, makes them feel heard, listened to. They're going to walk out of that room being like, wow, that was such an awesome conversation, right? Where you were just doing a lot of the listening, right? And it's interesting. I had a friend who, him and his wife did this experiment at a party where they hardly said anything at a party the whole night. And just the people that were like coming to them and attracted to them and like, because they were asking questions about every person that were, it's so interesting that that skill is something that I think is a lot lost in communication sometimes, but asking people about themselves is such a cool thing. So did you, with the Pointer Sisters and other people that you had on your show, did you have a relationship with them first, or was that you were reaching out to their agents or finding out their contact information somehow?
Yes, I didn't have a relationship with Bonnie Pointer prior.
But now you do, Susan, which is amazing.
Yes, but I'm still with Anita. Like I said, unfortunately, Bonnie passed, I guess it's almost a year ago, I think. But Susan Lucci, I knew somebody that knew her. So, again, it's all about networking.
It's all about networking and the relationships, and then also having the courage to reach out, right? And invite and
courage to reach out, the gift to gab. It's a lot of time and effort. Yeah. And I have a great team beside me. If there's no I in team. I mean, I have wonderful people that work for me. I don't even like to say that work with me. Yeah. Nothing's easy, but you just have to keep going. And I love what I do, and I love seeing people succeed. And that's what's important to me. That's what drives me.
Yeah, I love that. I think we share that commonality, liking to see other people succeed. And one of the things I love about podcasting, I just want to bring it home for our listeners, is that, reaching out to people with one of the things I love about podcasting, and I'm sure it's the same as with your magazine, your organization too, is you get to lead with service. Be like, inviting someone to come on to my podcast. So I get to invite them to be showcased first. I think that is really cool. I think that's a really great reason to have a podcast, and it gives you that piece of that relationship building piece where you're inviting someone to come on and be elevated and be showcased and showered upon, which I think this is so cool. So I think it's such a great tool and a great relationship building avenue for especially in podcasting.
Podcasting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Tonia, thank you so much for spending this time with us. It's been super great. I know our audience has gained a lot of knowledge from you, just, the way you go out there and do business and are you and have built these incredible relationships and an incredible organization. So I want to thank you for spending your time with our Amplifyou family today. It's been incredible to have you on.
Thank you for having me, and thank you so much for helping me out with my podcast and everything that you do for women. You're amazing, and it's a pleasure featuring you.
Oh, well, thank you. And it's been so much fun having you on our podcast too. And you are amazing as well. Thank you so much, Tonia. It's so great to have you. And can't wait to connect again with you. Amplifyou family, make sure you go out there. Yeah, you're welcome. And make sure, Amplifyou family, go to P.O.W.E.R.com and connect with Tonia. Reach out to her, celebrate her, and also go and check out her magazine and make sure you get on the list to get it too. All right, guys, go out there and have a great day. Oh, yeah.
Tonia Decosimo.com as well.
Oh, nice. ToniaDecosimo.com. And is your book on there too, Tonia?
Yes, that's on my website.
Okay, good. Yeah, and go check out her book for sure too. All right, guys, until next week, go out there and be awesome.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye.